Today, I want to share something with you that is a bit of a personal story and something that completely shifted the way that I do business and the way that I help other people do business as well. And I've seen some incredible results. And I want to take you back to a time where I remember being in a business coaching program with someone, a business coach who had seen and I admired a lot of what they were doing. And I thought, yep, I want to be in their program. And I was sitting in this coaching program, and it was all about building out funnels and all the kinds of things that you do to build funnels so that you can have clients just rolling in and making money while you sleep and all those kinds of fabulous things that we all want to be able to do. But I was sitting there and I suddenly had this deep realization because I had all of the things, right? I could map out all of the things, the lead magnet, the email sequence, the uh, social media posts and the call to actions, all that, you name it, the frameworks got it, right? I understood all of those things. On paper, I could see exactly what it is that I had and what I was supposed to be doing. I had brilliant programs, offers, pricing, all of that stuff. And things should have been flying. However, there was still something that wasn't landing for me. And I found myself really second guessing everything and procrastinating and holding back and just not following through 100% doing all of the things that I knew I needed to do. And I'd be a bit inconsistent with what I was doing and how I was showing up and all that kind of stuff. And I remember sitting in one of those sessions, looking at all of the structure and all of the how to, and I suddenly realized that it wasn't a how to problem. Right? I didn't have a how to problem. I had an emotional problem. And it wasn't that I didn't know what to do. Right? You can find everything you need to how to on YouTube pretty much. The problem was there was a deeper part of myself that didn't feel safe to do it. So my emotional body was still on very high alert, protecting me from things that had nothing to do with funnels and everything to do with visibility and vulnerability and self-worth. And that moment really changed everything because from then on, I stopped focusing on the strategy side because I already got the strategy, right? So I stopped focusing on the strategy or a new strategy as being the solution. And I started paying attention to the emotional architecture underneath my business, my nervous system. And that's when things really started to shift. And here's the thing that no one really tells you about growing business is that it will bring up everything that you've ever tried not to feel. Okay, all the stuff that you've tried not to feel, business will help you feel that. And because success requires space. And if that space is filled with unresolved pain from your past and your childhood, then there's no room to receive more. The pain that you're carrying will not be an emotional match or a frequency match to the level of success that you want to create. And most people think that they're stuck because they don't know the right strategy, but it's just not true. The fact is that you're still holding on to pain, emotional pain in your body that's never been fully witnessed, that's never been fully understood, that's never really been honored in a way that will allow you to put it down. And this is why being witnessed in your pain fully without trying to fix it is so powerful because pain that's never been seen stays frozen in time. And this is why as a business coach, what I offer is really quite different because I'm a master trainer of NLP and timeline therapy and hypnosis. So I deeply understand the structure of people's thinking and emotions and trauma and all of the behavioral motivation that you need to get aligned for your business to work. And apart from that, yes, I've got 20 years in banking and finance and accounting. So I understand the structure of business, but I also understand the structure of what success is like in a person and how to create that. And this is how I was able to change my own reality from being a single mom working a part-time accounts role to creating my own six-figure business that I love, working with all of these amazing clients, working from home, being client-facing 3 days a week, like just really loving my life and changing the rest of my life as well. And so this is the stuff that I work with people really at a deep level at about. So if you don't resolve this pain that's been frozen in time, that's in your nervous system, then it keeps repeating itself through your decisions, your self-worth, and your relationships, and especially the one you have with your business. Because here's the thing, right? We start businesses because, yes, we want to help people, but generally people are like, I want to have freedom of my time, I want to have freedom of money, I want to have freedom of choices, and all those kinds of things. But freedom and the feeling that you feel that would be in your nervous system is not a match for the pain that you're holding. So you can't have both. And in fact, you will continue to search to resolve the pain rather than search to create the success that you want. So sometimes what keeps us stuck isn't the pain itself, but the meaning that we gave it. So maybe you never got the recognition that you needed. Maybe no one ever protected you when it really mattered. No one had your back. Or maybe you were taught to be the strong one and you had to look after everybody else and manage everybody else's emotions. So your needs were never actually met. And no one ever really saw you, and no one ever asked if you're okay because you're the one who's always making sure that everyone else is okay. And when we carry that into business, what it looks like is overgiving, undercharging, staying small, or just performing in a way that we think that we should instead of being really present in our truth. So I want to ask you this. And just consider it for yourself. What do you feel was stolen from you or never offered, that you never got to receive? Or what are the words that you've longed for someone to say to you? Maybe it's, you know what, you're amazing and none of that should have happened to you and you deserve the world, right? What would change if you let yourself receive that right now? Because this is where the transformation really starts. And if you could finally put that pain down that you've been carrying and you no longer needed to have it or to armor yourself against any more pain, what could you welcome in? Right? What kinds of clients would feel really aligned? What kind of income would you feel safe in receiving? Right? What kind of life could you finally let yourself live? Because when you stop building from the wound, the emotional wound, and start building from wholeness, that's when your business becomes a mirror of your true capacity, not your pain. Okay, because when we've got unresolved pain, your business will just show up as another way to trigger that pain. So you've got to be able to put that pain down so that your business can become the thing that brings you the pleasure that you so desperately want. Now, this is some of the work that we do in Business Alchemy. So Business Alchemy is the business and mindset coaching program that I have for coaches and practitioners and therapists and service providers. And it goes deep into this emotional and energetic structure that we all have underneath our business, as well as, yes, we design aligned offers. We do all the business side. We map out lead generation and content strategy and really get clear on your vision and who your ideal clients are and all of those kinds of things. But the thing that actually moves the needle, what creates real freedom, is healing the invisible emotional architecture that's shaping your results. And if you want to get a bit of a taste of how that actually works, I've got a free masterclass that's called the Magnetic Business Matrix Masterclass. And it's not just another how-to. It's a very powerful download of what actually creates aligned momentum in business and how to shift your energetic foundation so that your strategy finally lands. And go to the show notes, or if you're on Instagram or Facebook, send me a message me the word magnetic, and I'll send you the link so you can download it straight away, or go straight to the show notes. It's there. You can download it from there straight away and really take this time for yourself, because until you put this pain down, it's going to be the biggest stumbling block for you in business, because you don't need to keep fixing what's not broken, right? You just need to let yourself be seen and witnessed so you can finally let that shit go and open up a space for you to welcome in all of the good stuff that you deserve, because you're amazing and you're here to change the world, and you're here to have a bloody good time doing it.